What's up, guys? Sub-Zeric here, back for another VOD review. Today, we got one I'm excited about. It is not a first time ever VOD review for this player, but definitely the first time in a while that I have done a Kai Watanabe VOD review. But he played a comp that I want to yap about, and I mean, it's always fun watching Kai play. This guy's kind of goofy sometimes and does some crazy stuff. But I mean, to be fair, he is higher LP than me right now, which I'm doing my best to rectify, but this guy's full-time TFT, man. It's too OP, honestly. Like, who even allowed this, man? He just gets so much extra time to play the game. Or even not even 2-1 yet. It's 1-4 here, and we get really good direction into a line here. We get a double Kaisa shop. So we want to play around Kaisa, ideally, this game, if we get the option to. We do have a Kennen as well. He does a full scout of the lobby, sees there's basically no one else in Kaisa, it really looks like, so I think we can take this for sure. And Living Forge does have some synergy with this comp, so I'm actually down to pull over an Explorer here and throw Kaisa Darius into the planner, because that's what I was looking at earlier today. And if you look at Kaisa Darius and you go to Orn items and you sort, you can sort by Delta here, you can see Kaisa really loves stuff like Fishbones, Manamazane pretty good on her as well, and then Darius can also use stuff like Spectral Silvermere Prowlers, like both of them, Flicker Blades. Like there's actually so many takeable artifacts for each of these guys, and you know, in general, Living Forge kind of good. We don't have to play it into Kaisa because the Wresser items are actually a tad bit awkward for Kaisa tier Rod Belt. You know, none of these really, there's no immediate slam here into Kaisa, and so Kai, I think, probably also doing the stats check there, looking around the lobby, see, you know, is anyone else playing Kaisa, and he doesn't really see much, so we are going to pick up that Living Forge, pick up the KL2, who we're going to level and play, and we pop Anvil here, and we get not so much here. Innervating Locket, yeah, that's actually pretty tough. Innervating Locket. Also, we power up the Kaisa, and we get over 9,000, so this is going to be a very scaling Kaisa here. I mean, I like the idea, and he also calls it in chat. I can move my head, and you can see he called Kaisa, which, I mean, fair enough. We have over 9,000, we have Kaisa. I mean, the Locket, I mean, okay. It's, you know, a decent enough tank item for now. Don't think it does very well onto Darius, but we could eventually throw it over to, you know, one of our tanks, which is the other kind of point of discussion with this comp, is like, what is actually the board? I talked about this a little bit in my last VOD review, actually, but the statistics really seem to say that you need to play 4 Supreme Cell, which makes sense. I mean, it's a Supreme Cell carry. And they say once you end up playing 4 Supreme Cell, it's hard to fit stuff like, you know, 6 Heavyweight. You know, you're not going to play like 6 Duelist or something like that. So the stats really like, along with the 4 Supreme Cell, playing 4 Mentor as well. So, you know, kind of like a return of GP comp. You know, I mean, GP is also still a really good line as well. I'm probably not going to do another GP VOD review because, I mean, it's the same board. But Kaisa actually does really well with this Mentor board as well. Same idea, you play around 4 Mentor, you get a bunch of free CC. There's also a lot of free traits that you get in with that board. Obviously, you have Heavyweight for your Darius, and you have Duelist for your Kaisa. So there's a lot of upside there, and you actually saw, yeah, Kai team plannered. This is kind of his default Kaisa planner here, which is 4 Supreme Cell and then 4 Jug here. So that's you know, his default planner here, but we'll see what he wants to team planner out if he ends up playing that variant or the other one. Going into carousel here, Kaisa items wise, I'm curious to see the prio from Mr. Watanabe here. As far as what we can build out of, you know, you can build Gwinsu out of Rod, you can build Shojin out of tier here. He's really thinking hard for it, and he opts to take tier here, which is his second tier, interestingly enough. Is blue buff good in the stats? I mean, it's probably fine here. I feel like Shojin should be pretty good on her. Shojin and then blue buff. Yeah, I mean, blue buff looks worse in the stats than Shojin. Honestly, I don't really understand this take from him. I mean, I guess he's looking at making the redemption here, and that's why he took it, but I kind of would like to get to an item for Kaisa here, because we're 2 full tank items made at this point and 0 real items finished on Kaisa. So yeah, a little bit sus. Yeah, I mean, the stats say her most common builds are stuff like IE, Guardbreaker, and then Shojin, IE Last Whisper Shojin. So, you know, some kind of spell crit. Shojin to get our casting usually looks pretty good. Gwinsu's also looks fine. I mean, maybe it's just that Kaisa hasn't been fully like refined yet, but I mean, the stats seem to say you can kind of just throw whatever onto her. So we have to play this Swain right now. I mean, the upside to not playing the Swain is we would have been able to make gold here, and the downside is that, you know, maybe we'd end up losing the fight and then not making gold, and then our life would have sucked. But only making like no gold at this point is pretty rough here. Also, we do a quick check on the Kaisa, so let's see how much AD she has. I mean, wow, 18%. Oh my god. It's insane. How was she at 18 already? And then a bunch of extra attack speed. So pretty good. And mana gen. I mean, these are the stats that you're looking for out of over 9,000, out of everything. We have the Kaisa 2. And so we picked up our 4th Kaisa at this point. So, I mean, the Kaisas are flowing at this point. That is very nice. I think the spot's looking good. Yeah, obviously not going to hold on to these extra Kales here. The Kale does fit pretty nicely onto the board. You have, you know, the heavyweight Zac to kind of bridge the gap there. So makes sense. Really want some Kaisa items here. And we do get some. So, I mean, I think the stats would say you're supposed to make Shojin here. You could even make Shojin Guinsu here. The problem is then your Kaisa is not going to do very much damage, and you're just going to be stuck cast. So he is going to make Guinsu. I mean, you could make Guinsu nothing here, make Guinsu and then hold the sword here for IE. Yeah, I think this is pretty reasonable. You really want to get to IE on this champion, and Guinsu kind of does the same idea as Shojin. I'm pretty sure. I don't. Here, let me look at the stats. If you have a Guinsu on Kaisa, what did the stats say about building his Shojin? I mean, it should be pretty, yeah. The stats don't like it very much. It's not the worst, honestly. It says slightly positive delta, which is honestly better than I was thinking. All right, well, it can't really be Trifecta and it can't really be Lucky Gloves. I don't really love Invested Plus that much. I actually like Supreme Cell Circlet in my head a decent bit, just because you immediately get to 4 Supreme Cell. I'd be interested in taking this, but we'll see here. We are in the Mind Palace here, thinking, do I want Invested to just be able to get to everything? I mean, I feel like 4 Supreme Cell is so important. The only thing is that, like, you're gonna get to 4 Supreme Cell regardless. Oh, I mean, you must take this. This augment is just so broken here. Pop, look for the IE. And actually, no, this is a great learning game here. Radiant IE in the stats is Kaisa's best Radiant item by far, actually. Wow, yeah. Stats love Radiant IE, so great pickup from Kai here. Our spot is looking very, very nice, and every fight that we win with an infinite scaling unit like this Kaisa and the fact that we have over 9,000 is a dub. Like, we are getting stronger every single round, so each win is huge here. So imagine we are going to Radiantify here. I think he's looking at the stats a little bit, but yeah, must be Radiant IE. I don't even see stats for Radiant Guinsus, which is interesting, just because I feel like a few people have probably built it, but I guess only a subset of games are people building Guinsu on Kaisa. I mean, I think it's a great way to kill Rod. You know, if you need to get rid of a Rod and you need to make an item for Kaisa, I think it's fantastic. And, you know, AD scales with attack speed. And so you get a bunch of AD onto Kaisa, and then, you know, give her a bunch of attack speed. It can't be bad. Shojin probably better, just to give her that kind of like front-loaded, like, just get the casts off. So fair enough. We finally end up taking like a whatever loss. At this point, which, yeah, not the end of the world. We still have this tier open here, which is kind of interesting. We have it onto the Kaisa. I mean, is he really looking at that Shojin Slam? I mean, I'd be looking at, he takes Belt here. There's a Darius with bow there, I think I saw. I mean, Belt, it can be Evan's Shroud, it can be Darius items. I mean, honestly, I think this tier should be a Hodge for Darius at the end of the day. So we'll see what it ends up actually being, though. We're going to roll down a bit, try to pick something up here. I mean, yeah, really just looking for upgrades. The Rakantu is a big one, and we are going to Peepo sit here. I guess the other question, right, if we do, and he's holding on to Yasuo here, if we do want to play this Mentor version, is this a roll on 6 or roll on 7 type comp? Because, you know, GP reroll played very much. You roll on 6 until you're stable, until you get a decent amount of GPs, and then oftentimes you're pushing level 7 because that allows you to get 4 Mentor in, allows you to pick up the other 3 costs for the Mentors. So I'm curious actually to see when we opt to stop rolling on 6 and then push levels. We can power up that Akan here. I mean, Unstoppable is never bad, especially with something like this this locket here, where you can just have him dash in the middle, take a bunch of aggro, take all that damage, get all that mana, you know, like cast again and again and again. Like, he might just die sometimes, but for the most part, I think it makes a lot of sense. And yeah, you can see him here just run in the middle, cast, heal up, cast, heal up, cast. This Rakan unit is so sick, man. And the Kaisa doing a lot of damage on the back lane, 7.5k with that Radiant IE. So yeah, I mean, the itemization looks really, really nice. We have 5 Kaisas here. Pick up our next Orin item. Fish Bones, really, I mean, that is her best Radiant in the stats. The only thing, we could also go Prowlers for the Darius eventually, but I mean, I think it must be this. We don't have an obvious last Kaisa item. I kind of wish we had waited until 4-1 to pop this, just so that we could at least see what our items are here, but ends up working out just fine. And we are going to push 7 here. I kind of maybe would have wanted to wait 1 round before pushing 7 here, but we do end up getting the Akali, which is a big hit here. Fishbones, Guinsu IE goes down here. We have LW as a potential Striker's Flail. Do we? Wow, he reforges bow here, and we're gonna make Morello. Am I crazy? Do we not need I mean, I guess he's just ignoring Armor Shred because, I mean, Kaisa's going to be targeting backline a decent amount of time with Fishbones. Darius might want it, but it's kind of awkward to build it onto him. So yeah, he makes Hodge and he makes Morello's here. Okay, I mean, I don't hate the slams. I mean, these are good items, and it leaves IE open for Darius here. I don't actually hate the idea of max cap here. It does mean like we're in a really good spot. You could potentially play for something better, but I don't really think it's either of these. I mean, I don't mind it, honestly. Just max cap, roll down, hit the board. I mean, it's not that. Water Lows is okay. We already have the Radiant IE. Roll the dice for Darius is his idea. I mean, the only downside is we just built a Darius item. Yeah, I think I like max cap here. And yeah, Kai agrees. I think this makes a lot of sense. This allows us to just roll down, hit our board. The only kind of tragic thing is going to be if we... I mean, it still looks like he's not... What is that shop? What the fuck? The 4 Ash shop? What? We're getting a little bench locked here. I mean, he's trying to hold on to all of these jugs to play on the board as well. Looking to still play that 4 Juggernaut version. He did roll over Yasuo, so... Maybe no 4 Mentor. We will see here. I want to see the 4 Mentor, honestly, just because I do think... I mean, the stats like it decently as an alternative, and it would make sense with how broken 4 Mentor was last patch, though obviously they nerfed stuff like Koboko a little bit. 1 Kaisa off here. Let's send it here to pick that up. A Darius here that we have to sell something. Yeah, we're going to opt to sell that. Okay. Another Koboko as well here. These rolls are painful. You must roll the 40 gold here, right? He is going to opt... Oh, he thought about playing the Udyr for a second, but you can't play that because, yeah, you're losing Mentor on your board. I mean, you could play it, but you don't really want to lose Mentor. And we do really want to get items off of the Zac here. We're going to lose another fight here. 61 HP. I mean, yeah, Kai... and he's kind of... He keeps, like, going back and forth between these two planners. Man, watching Kai play is so frantic, man. He's just, like... He's in one planner, he's in the other planner. Like, what are we're doing here? There is a 5-cost IE on Carousel there if we can get it. And I think that is going to be the yoink from Mr. Watanabe here. Very big pickup. I mean, at least we have the 4 Supreme Cell here. I think that is one of the biggest, most important things to have on this board here. Finding more of these units. And oh, is he finally fed up with it? And yeah, he is actually going to play the Mentors here. He does hit Kais here. We do still need to find Rise now for the 4 Mentor. Always the hardest unit to find on these Mentor boards. Opts to not actually make the extra Yasuo, saying I can't really itemize him. So we do end up actually just playing a random Schmolder on this board for now. And we do get the IE down. But I mean, big thing is we hit the Kaisa 3 here. This should stabilize our board quite well. We do still really want to find the 4 Mentor if we can. But we'll be okay for now. Yeah, I guess that is true. It's kind of hard to itemize Yasuo as well on this board, just because the items that would normally go on your Yasuo are going to go onto your Darius. So it's something to keep in mind. It's actually really informative to watch this because I've not played this line yet for myself, but it does feel quite awkward. Like I don't think you want to itemize Yasuo just because you are going to be itemizing Darius and he's 4 Supreme Cell. And I mean, I guess you could do either or. Like if you miss on Darius, you could itemize Yasuo and they carry each other's items, but it's going to be unlikely that you itemize both unless you get like Lucky Loves. Maybe if we had taken the Radiant TG augment, we could do it. But we finished the stage on a 2-win streak, which is really nice. Still tanking this Rakan, by the way. It is pretty insane that it's taking this long to get there, but I mean, we're almost there I mean, really, it's just we need to find the Rise, right? If we can find the Rise, it'll be really nice. We're holding on to Jarvan here, who's usually a nice in on these boards. The second the Rise is found, he immediately makes the pivot into 4 Mentor here and is going to play, yeah, just this board for now. Going to continue to roll down here. Picks up Darius 3. Wow, out of nowhere, actually. And Akali, too. Wow. Very good shops. I will say... I find it a little bit suspect here. We finish out our items. Oh, we finished those so quick. We made some Koboko items. I mean, we're one of Koboko 3. I mean, Koboko is such a beast. You do probably have to play for him. Oh, this is rough. Oh my god, we hit it at the last second. But I was kind of surprised that we opted to power up Koboko that round. And we get Unstoppable for him. Oh my god, this is looking good. So, I mean, this makes sense, actually. It is another kind of big question, right? Do you power up Darius? Do you power up Koboko? And I think the answer is, yeah, you probably power up Koboko just because you want to have some frontline onto your board here. You can do kind of the thing that we watched St. Vicious do in the other VOD, where he, powers up Darius in the early game, gets like weights onto him, and then you would probably do Darius plus Kaisa, I would imagine. But yeah, it's such an interesting setup. Also, we Morello Darius. Is it ever, I mean, obviously the Morello is going to move to Akali later. Is it ever Morello Akali now just because she spreads it better than Darius? I mean, I guess Darius is going to be hitting relevant targets always, so not really too like whatever Darius is hitting, it's going to matter that he's getting heal cutted on, so kind of makes sense. Oh, we clear this board. 11k damage from Kaisa. I mean, this is the setup here, and Kai made it there. I will say it's also interesting, like, obviously, you have to be careful when playing this if there is a GP player in your lobby, because that GP player is going to steal your Kobukos. But I mean, alternatively, you can be the person to send the Kobuko player 8th by stealing all their Kobukos, playing the comp, and then, you know, just having Kobuko of your own. So maybe that's something to keep in mind. We do pick up the DB for Darius here. What is he looking at? I mean, certainly is DB Darius and then just Morello onto the Akali, right? Yeah, I think this makes perfect sense. I don't really see anything else that would make sense here. So yeah, this is the spot. We have this unstoppable Kobuko doing a lot of work here. Kai's not doing this other kind of unstoppable tech. I think it was Tidal was talking about it, where you basically just make it, what you can do is like fill your entire front line and then put Kobuko like on the second row, so Kobuko has nowhere to walk, and then he just dashes across the entire board. Like, imagine we had Yasuo where Kobuko is, and then Kobuko here next to where the Udyr is. Then what happens with Unstoppable is the Kobuko just flies through their whole front line, which is pretty funny. It does CC all the units as he goes by, so you can usually CC like 3 or 4 of their frontliners. Ooh, don't want to get our Darius Braum ulted here, I would say. Though we do actually pop... Oh my god, that was such good fight RNG for us. We popped the Braum before he ended up getting the cast off, and then he re-aggroed. I feel like that happens a decent amount if you have a lot of damage versus a board like this with Braum. And also, my god, can we get get another artifact here? Of course, end of stage 5. Sniper. Oh, Silver Mirror is so good. Isn't it Silver Mirror? Snipers. And just go for the Giga setup here, and we're just gonna move Quincy's over. Okay, I could see it being Snipers here. I mean, Snipers Fishbones is kind of an insane combo where, like, if you cast on backlane, you're actually just gonna be one-tapping people. And then the Gwinsu just goes into Akali. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I mind it. And then you're just taking, like, yeah, Gunblade for Akali. Seems fine enough. All right. Yeah, okay, it's probably Snipers, honestly, just because of the combo. I mean, Silvermirror's so good on Darius, but I do, I mean, give me the stats check here, actually, on the Ornn items again, just because I do want to see. Yeah, I mean, it's Silvermirror is actually, it's his second best Ornn item. Special Cutlass, actually, slightly better. But Sniper's Focus, quite good on Kaisa. And I do think, I mean, we're getting into weird stats here, but yeah, I mean, there's no stats. I was going to say, what do the stats look like after you've built Fishbones onto Kaisa? And the answer is there's like, how many games have people played? I mean, I'm literally on 30 game sample size. I mean, Sniper's Fishbones in the 18 games that it's been played does look very good here. All right. I mean, our last few fights, we just have to worry about Kobuko positioning, making sure that he is really just on the same side as important stuff so that he tanks for it. And also we want Darius in front of stuff that he can just kill, start getting resets. And I mean, you always want to have Darius and Kaisa on the same side here. But I mean, honestly, Kai is kind of rolling the lobby. I mean, it is Radiant item, double artifact Kaisa. Is someone going for Cassante 3? Oh, yes. Oh, Kai, wake up, buddy. You need your 2 Cassantes. This guy's 2 Cassantes off Cassante 3, unless he doesn't have a dupe. So he is truly off. So we do definitely have to worry about that. A Cassante 3 would be very bad news for us, Kai. Deep in thought there, actually. All right. Oh, and this guy already hit Yuumi 3. Oh my god. Wait. Bro. 2 off Cassante 3, already hit Yuumi 3. We won. I mean, what is this board, actually? I mean, this is super best case scenario, so I will admit that this is probably not an average case scenario Kaisa game. But what? We won? We beat the Yuumi 3 board? I mean, that doesn't seem right at all, but I mean, look at the size of this Kaisa. All right. I mean, this should be a pretty easy dub for us. I mean, this is also a Zac 4 though, so like I can't say that it should be super easy dub. And like the Zac 4 is kind of huge. Radiant Striker's Flail there with the prismatic crit augment, which is kind of crazy. But all right. I mean, we're rolling now. I mean, hey, maybe we can hit a 3-star 4 cost. We do hit our 3-star 0 items Udyr, but I mean, it's something. You know, I've seen worse here. All right, we'll see. Can we beat this guy? We just want to. I mean, we are really just praying for Kaisa to do a Fishbones Snipers snipe on this Yuumi and just one tap her. Gonna put it opposite side here. I mean, she has a lot of range to work with, so I think we'll be okay here. Casts and shoots a few units there. Casts another time. This fight looks a lot worse than the other one. Oh no. I mean, I think the Kaisa really popped off in the last one, and like Darius got some resets. This guy still doesn't have any 3-star Cassante, but 124 AD. Oh my god. And can we get Kai, can someone in his chat tell him to check over 9,000 as well, please? Like, I know this is a VOD, but like, where's the over 9,000 check, bro? I need to see this. Okay, fine. All right, let's roll down. Let's see. We are not hitting a Kali 3 at all here, so we are just gonna roll, pick up a better or less. Oh, Kai. Oh my God. It's actually a second. Well, I mean, you can't feel too bad about losing to this board here, but he finds Cassante 3 as well. So we can't even accidentally snipe the Yuumi and win this fight. Honestly, he, with no Cassante 3, he actually might have won this fight. And sadly, it is just a second for Kai, but a very, very fun game showing off the power of this comp. And I mean, it looked fantastic. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, check out my Twitch Medify. Kai's link will obviously be down below as well. And I will see you guys in the next one as always. Thanks for watching.